levels of these steroid hormones.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Yes.
We have a few questions still coming in. Hello, please. I'm a breastfeeding mother. My baby is 6 months old, and I'm in family planning using injections of 3 months. But I haven't seen my periods tested for pregnancy. I'm not pregnant. What could it be?
Oh, yeah. So the injectable contraceptive has progesterone.
Oh.
Yeah, so progesterone, when you take it in the depot form and in a higher dose, it can actually take away your periods by switching off the influence of the brain on the reproductive system, but also by thinning the lining of the womb. And so if these two act together, and especially if the levels are still high, that is most likely the effect. So we call it amenorrhea related to contraception.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's okay. It's not to worry. It's one of the things. If she has any more worries related to the effects of these contraceptives she's using, she has to discuss it with the health worker, because there are other concerns which probably she may get. For example, the periods have disappeared now, but when they come back, they might be irregular. So they might be spotting, they may be heavy. Okay. And those are still normal things, but she needs to get to know this.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Yep. We're still having some more. Just in case you're following us, it's Medical Mind. Please send us your inquiries plus your name and location where you're calling from. You're saying, hello, I normally have high pressure when I conceive. I've tried the gynecologists, but I normally lose my babies at 6 months. Oh dear, sorry. I only got a baby who is 7 years, but she was a premature. What a condition.
Yeah, so the condition she's talking about is
high blood pressure.
Yes, so it's called pregnancy-induced hypertension. Okay. We call it preeclampsia. Now, this condition, in most cases, it should be manageable, but unfortunately, in some cases, especially if it starts early, it may get out of hand, and it can result into premature birth or even pregnancy being terminated early, so as to save the life of the mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it has some underlying conditions. It needs that to be evaluated. But in case that is not possible and it is threatening her life, and yet she needs to get her baby, those are situations where she may need to consider somebody else to carry for her. Okay. It may be costly, but that is like one of the last options. If there are no other options, it may be safer for her.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I think you've got your feedback from Doctor. Another one is saying, good evening. My wife has got these symptoms you mentioned, prolonged periods for about 7 days. She has constipation. We have 3 boys, but she says she is normal. Sometime during sexual intercourse, she complains of pain in the lower abdomen. What could that be? Well, to know whether somebody has the fibroids or some other condition, because fibroids are one of the common causes of that type of bleeding we described, but also the other conditions called adenomyosis. Yes, or it could be hormone related. So she needs an evaluation. Just by her thinking that she's normal is not enough. The fact that she's having those problems means there is a problem. She needs that evaluation to be done by a doctor, preferably a gynecologist, to be the one to evaluate. So we advise him to encourage the wife to go for a checkup. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Doctor. I think others are still coming in. There's someone is saying, Doctor, kindly tell us again, why does the non-hormonal IUD make our periods too heavy? This is family planning still.
Yes. So IUD, that is the copper IUD, that's what they're asking about. Yes, having heavy periods with IUD is quite common actually. I think about 4 or 6 out of 10 people get heavy periods when they're using IUD, especially at the beginning. They can also get cramps. And it's because when an IUD is put inside the womb, it's a foreign body, and it can cause inflammation or reaction. And now, this reaction, if it happens at the time of the period...
Doctor, just shortly, you have someone who want to talk to you badly. Caller, hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
This is Apio.
Up here, you're so close to your TV. Can you kindly get a distance or switch it off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor,
We are losing you, my dear.
You can.
I'm asking,
Yes,
Yes.
please.
but the whatever, what he has explained the symptoms, I normally get the symptoms. Can it cause malaria also, or
The symptoms of?
the symptom of whatever, of that of
Fibroids.
For fibroids.
So I think she's
Can it
asking.
cause malaria? Because at times when the pains come, I can get my then bleeding also can cause like 5 to 6 days. Some watery bleeding.
So you're worried that they can cause malaria? Are they connected, doctor?
I think what she's asking is, people call fever malaria. So it looks like when she's getting heavy periods
She
and
has
the
that
pain,
high
she feels feverish. Yes.
Okay.
And I also hear that she's saying sometimes she's getting watery discharge. Now, fibroids per se should not cause fever. But feeling of unwellness because of complications of fibroids is common. Maybe because of the excessive pain, your body can react and you feel as if you have fever, but you are just having the pain here. Or it could be the chronic low levels of blood which she's having could give her fever-like feeling. But also it could be a real fever because of infections in the womb, and associated infections. Since she talked about a discharge.
Yes.
Yeah, so this has to be evaluated, and if she's already getting those challenges with fibroids, it means they need to be managed. So do not allow it to get on. These are some of the just reasons why you may need to go ahead and have the fibroid removed.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, doctor. Up here, I think you've got the response from doctor. There is someone saying, I'm going to read two messages, doctor. One is saying he got to know that he has candida yesterday. How can he treat it? The other one is saying, good evening, Beth and TV. Thank you for the show. I'm Shayla from Kampala. The doctor has stated that fibroids can be caused by a high level of estrogen hormone. I have read that consuming animal products, especially red meat, dairy products, and fish causes the fibroids to grow larger or come back after surgery. Is it true, doctor?
Yeah. Okay. So we can talk about this last one. I'm very encouraged by this person who is reading further. Yeah. The baseline is exposing the uterine muscles to high levels of estrogens, like of hormones like estrogen and progesterone. Now, these hormones, estrogen and progesterone, we call them steroid hormones. They are chemically in the group of steroid hormones.
Okay.
They are derived from another molecule called cholesterol. Now, cholesterol we know is a form of fat, and cholesterol is plenty in animal fat. You have it, yes, in animal foods. You have it in milk, you have it in eggs, you have any animal, even meat, the meat which you eat has a lot of cholesterol. So if somebody takes a lot of milk, takes a lot of meat, food which contains a lot of cholesterol, the person is providing raw material for production of estrogen and progesterone in their body.
Okay.
And so their estrogen and progesterone levels are likely to be high. That's how proper management of weight can control the risk of fibroids.
Of you getting fibroids.
Yeah, and even the fibroids growing bigger.
Thank you so much, doctor. Yep. I think we're almost coming to the end of the show, and because of time, we are going to break off shortly now. In case you're still sending in your inquiries, please feel free to send them in. Doctor will be able perhaps to respond to them the next coming Sunday. Please don't forget to always join Bethany Santo Mugabe by watching all the station programs and knowing the presenter, so that in case you see him around, you give him a call and you win yourself a very big Christmas gift. Doctor, we're going to our last segment. True or false?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes, I'm asking you a question that has been sent in by different people and mothers out, and they want to know the reality. Number one is, fibroids are cancerous growth in the uterus. True or false?
False.
Very good. Mothers, I'm sure you're listening. Please take note. Number two, fibroids are genetically inherited. True or false?
So yes, it is true. Some types of fibroids have genetic risk factors. That's why you find it. They run in siblings. They run in the mother had it. The children are going to have it. The grandchildren, like that. So there's some genetic risk factor.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And second last, fibroids can cause frequent urination, pelvic pain, and lower abdominal pressure. True or false?
It is true.
Thank you so much.
And that's one of the commonest symptoms of fibroids.
That
the
can
mass
help you
effect.
know.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then lastly, doctor, fibroids are common in fat women. True or false?
That observation is true, and it is because of the relatively high level of hormones, the estrogen and progesterone in people who are a bit fat.
Okay.
That's why it's important to manage your weight as one of the ways of managing the size of your fibroids. If they diagnose that you have fibroids, it's your responsibility to make sure that your body mass index is kept within normal range by doing exercises and by feeding well.
Thank you so much, Doctor. It has been wonderful hosting you once again. And we thank you for all the illustrations and giving back the feedback to the viewer. To the mother who is watching you there and she's going through this everything that you've explained, please give a word of courage.
Yeah, so what I want to tell people is that I think we overrate fibroids, to be sincere. Not all cases of fibroids need to be treated. Some of them just need follow-up. Yeah, so fibroids should not be overstigmatized. Fibroids are not cancers. People need to know that. And the other thing is fibroids have treatment. Fibroids rarely kill. It is the management or mismanagement of the fibroids which kill, or maybe complications like low blood level. So if you suspect you have fibroids, please get checked up. Read about the condition also yourself, but interact with your health worker properly to understand, is mine to be treated or not. But
thank you so much. That has brought us to the end of the show. We've been looking at fibroids and the causes, the treatment, and all ways of preventing it. Just in case you've missed us, please, you can still catch up next Sunday, the same time, the same TV station, with me, Teacher Zita, and Dr. Annabad. Together with my team, I think we're signing out. Thanks so much for being part of us. Have a good night.
Bethany TV for health.
Speak to someone as